hope so too.
Yeah. Just make sure the audio, you see that.
It's moving.
Oh, right now? Oh, so it can hear people?
I don't know.
It's weird, it says Spotify.
I wouldn't have noticed that. Is that not right? Hello. My name is Danielle St. John, and I did a live stream yesterday with Don Ford, and it was right before I got on. Whoa, no, you stop. You stop.
Rookie mode.
I know, right? Okay.
Like 3 times.
Yeah, okay. So, but right before I got on my live stream yesterday, I was watching an interview with Tracy Beans, and everybody was kind of discovering at the same time that they started, that the IG report talked about child sex crimes against children. So I did some more research when I got home last night, and I'm getting the impression that the timeline of the Inspector General report is going to have to factor in, obviously the beginning of the end of the election in 2016, but also each one of these reports I think are like different chapters of a book that's going, to come together at one point and just fuck everybody in the FBI, honestly. And you can kind of see, if you read them as individual books, it's going to be kind of confusing. If you read the two Inspector General reports together, like the one with the McCabe one and then the one that just came out, it really starts to paint a timeline of, there's no way that okay, so the crimes, so there's no crimes or whatever. That, this report says that there's no crimes. Comey didn't commit crimes or bias. I'm sorry, he was not, showing political bias as he was reporting early. Clearing Hillary Clinton's name, sitting on a lot of really interesting information, it seems, from the FBI in a related matter, which was the Anthony Weiner laptop. So basically, there is a Hillary Clinton investigation, started with the emails, right? And simultaneously, there is another case for sexting a kid with Anthony Weiner. So because of that case, Anthony Weiner's laptop was seized by the FBI. Anthony Weiner is married to Huma Abedin, which is one of Hillary Clinton's top aides. So because of that, when they're going over, because of the Anthony Weiner investigation, when they were going over his laptop, they discovered just a shit ton of information because of Huma Abedin about Hillary Clinton. I've seen reports from anywhere from 250,000 emails to 500,000 emails were found on Anthony Weiner's laptop, that were Hillary Clinton's State Department emails. And so the emails that were found, the information that was found on this laptop exposed all kinds of crimes, perjury, pay to play, and child sex crimes, right? So I have been following a guy, just true pundit, Thomas Paine, on Twitter, actually, for a long time. I have not been doing Twitter nearly as long as I've been doing Facebook. And I really started using my Twitter a lot more when I started getting into Pedogate, Pizzagate, right? So one of the people that started following me, because I posted a lot about it, was Thomas Paine. And so I've been following him. He's been following me for a long time. And I have not reported publicly about his findings, but I'm pretty sure Thomas Paine on Twitter has either he works for the FBI or he has a lot of sources in the FBI. The one thing I don't like about Thomas Paine is that he plays into this race war idea. He is, I believe, a victim of this demagoguery that the right falls victim to a little bit more historically than the left has. So when I read his articles, it's like really good, really good, really good, spot on, giving us this information that is just, so right on. And then the next one will be like, something negative about like Muslims or, African Americans. And it's like, oh, come on, But I don't know. But if you can get past that and actually read his articles I don't read any of his articles on race because he's just clearly wrong. Hopefully he'll wake up one day. But this is the information that he gives us that is, about human trafficking, child sex crimes, things like that is spot on and comes from the same places that I get my information from. So in 2016, he actually reported that some things were found on Hillary Clinton's laptop that involved child sex crimes. There was also somebody, I think his name was Eric Prince, that Breitbart, right? So these are all of these, like, when you hear about these conservative outlets, it's like Breitbart, it's like, no, it has to be fake news, right? Because it's these right-wing sites. But you guys, you really just need to read the articles and judge for yourself because there is some gold in there. And this article that Thomas Paine wrote in 2016 was confirmed by this IG report. So basically, at the end of I guess it's the end of October 2016, right before the elections, they reopened the Hillary Clinton investigation because of the Anthony Weiner laptop. The information that was found on the Anthony Weiner laptop was so bad that it seems there is an effort to cover it up coming from the highest places. There's, if you guys don't follow Tracy Beans, definitely follow Tracy Beans, Beans with a Z. She broke, it was a couple months ago, back in April, that there was something came from Loretta Lynch, basically, putting pressure on the police involved in the Eric Garner shooting, that if they were somehow related to the Anthony Weiner laptop case, they were going to come out with information about what they found on this laptop. And Loretta Lynch squashed it and threatened basically to have an unfavorable outcome for the police involved in the Eric Garner case, if this information was leaked. Can't be a critical thinker while completely shitting on story. Okay, yeah. Great, yeah, exactly, David. Yeah, it's at this point, anything that we considered to be a legitimate source isn't. Anything that we knew about politics, if anybody claims to be an expert on politics, they're just lying at this point. Nobody knows what's going on. And if you're just invalidating sources just because, they come from a place that you didn't trust in the past, read it and, read it, just use your own head, read it. And if it's crap, it's crap, and tell us why it's crap. But definitely read everything. So all of this ties in. It's a big, ugly mess. And when you read this new IG report that just came out, both the agent that was assigned to look up specifically, and it says it at the end, more like the middle of the IG report, they talk about how there was an agent specifically, hi Mary Jo, assigned to looking at sex crimes related to Hillary Clinton on Anthony Weiner's laptop. Now, the agent says that he doesn't recall that, but his notes clearly state that that's what he was supposed to do. He also briefed James Comey on sex crimes found on Hillary Clinton's or on Anthony Weiner's laptop related to Hillary Clinton, and they sat on this, right? And then even in this IG report, Comey says that he doesn't remember it. He doesn't remember hardly anything about the Anthony Weiner laptop. He doesn't really, and that's just, and he's so good at lying. It's just kind of creepy. But I want you guys to just watch this clip of him definitely remembering when he was testifying. Okay, this is not coming up.
Oh, so go to where you're going to the browser thingy here with Firefox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go back here.
Sorry, hold on one second.
Should show up now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know why the background's not there, but you don't need it.
Mm-mm. Okay, so.
Spot. Go back here, yeah. I don't know why Spotify's still going. I'm gonna leave that. Is that our voice?
Yeah.
I don't know why that's named Spotify. Okay.
Okay.
When you play the video, make sure there's some audio, something there, otherwise they won't hear it.
Okay.
To alert Congress about a new phase of the Hillary Clinton email investigation less than 2 weeks before the election. Yesterday, Clinton blamed James Comey in part for her loss last November. Today, many Democrats joined that chorus. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge shows us tonight.
So help God. Thank you.
The FBI director defended his decision to reopen the Clinton email probe 11 days before Americans went to the polls.
It makes me mildly nauseous to think that we might have had some impact on the election.
Director Comey told the Senate Judiciary Committee thousands of Clinton emails, many new to investigators and classified, were found on Anthony Weiner's computer as part of a separate criminal case. Weiner shared the laptop with his now estranged wife and Clinton aide Huma Abedin.
You took an enormous gamble. The gamble was that there was something there that would invalidate her candidacy. And there wasn't.
Everybody who disagrees with me has to come back to October 28th. Would you speak or would you conceal?
We may have to not do the video this time.
Okay, so I guess you guys, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not. Somebody said that they can't. Okay, so somebody said they can't hear that. Is that true? Were you guys hearing that? No? Okay. So I guess I'll just paraphrase this. But basically, this was an enormous decision for James Comey to, and he says it in this, okay, sorry, maybe that was just one person. All right, so I'm gonna finish. Okay, good. Just gonna keep going then.
Director, I do think there was a third door available to you in late last year, just before the election, and that was to confirm the existence of an ongoing investigation about the Trump campaign.
Comey was pressed.
That's so disgusting. I'm sorry. That was ugh. So basically, he's like, so Comey's saying, what was I supposed to do? I could have either opened the investigation or sat on it and said nothing. Either way, it's kind of a catch-22. Can you guys, and so this other guy, I don't know who that asshole was, but he's like, no, you did have a third option, Trump. It's like, oh my God, really? Anyway, so I think that what we're going to find, because there are definitely more to come. There's definitely more. There's definitely more Inspector General reports to come, and I think that if you kind of read them in order and kind of read them like, like they're chapters of a book instead of separate books, it's going to paint this glaring picture of what that the FBI just really is. There's some massive obstruction of justice going on, and it's possible that there's more to come. I mean, this is just one example with the Eric Garner thing. Basically, good police. I don't even want to call them good police because they made this big problem for themselves with the marginalization and how they handled the Eric Garner case and a lot of cases just like it. I think probably what's going on is that there was so much negative press directed at the New York Police Department because of it that they were happy that it was going away, and this might have been, a way of saying, hey, look, if you guys don't, if you guys say something about what we're doing, about how we're covering up, these other crimes for Hillary Clinton, then we're just going to put the public spotlight back on this Eric Garner investigation. And that was, I think, enough to bring out this camaraderie that happens in all police departments, really. It's not, the New York Police Department isn't anything special, it's just big. But it basically makes them come together and, sign things that, even if your fellow police officer says it happened, then you sign it even if you know it's not right. It's like this this marginalization that and it was, I'm sorry, but it was kind of a slap in the face to see the FBI come out yesterday with a smug look on their face and say, oops, we might have to fix the way that we train our police officers or something. It's like, no, people need to go to jail for this. And I don't think that this is the end, honestly. If they're actually talking about Hillary Clinton and Clinton Foundation child sex crimes openly in the IG report, and it was just mentioned twice, right? And way buried in there. What did the Democrats do? They tried to stop it because they know that people are going to start asking questions, and it's like this freight train that just keeps coming, right? And I think that there's kind of no stopping it at this point. I think the Dems are using every card that they can to try to keep this stuff from coming out. I wouldn't even put it past them to perhaps start some more false flags just to kind of distract from this stuff coming out. But I think that we need to remain vigilant and just keep reporting on this and we just have to know that. I mean, I even fell for it yesterday. Like the first tweet or message that I did yesterday on Facebook was, "Oh, Comey's fucked." No, I think Comey is just kind of the fall man on this, and I think we really need to focus on what is in the report and what is coming off of the Anthony Weiner laptop, and it should be interesting once people start to digest what they just saw come out of this report. So. Anyway, I just wanted to give a little bit more time on that. So everybody just remain vigilant, share as much as you can. I wouldn't even be talking about James Comey at this point. I think he's kind of a distraction. I think we should be talking about the fact that child sex crimes were found on Anthony Weiner's laptop that were linked with Hillary Clinton, so much that James Comey was briefed on it, but that's not really, I don't think that is nearly the end of the story. So, all right, well, I will leave it there, and then as soon as I hear anything else, I'll jump back on and do another update. Okay, talk to you guys soon.